GB Cycles here with the weekly update on November the 10th. I have left the text from previous week. Looks like we are having escape velocity. And we are kind of following my green scenario here, although a bit more bullish actually. But first I would like to show you the overall context, or my view. So long term I'm very bearish. We have a 28-year cycle. It is topping and I'm expecting a long bearish period for 10 years or more. This is also a war and inflation cycle. But this bearishness has to be on hold because we are currently in a bull market in a 3.5-year cycle, and it's projecting a top in a year or so or more. So we are halfway in this bull market, and I think this will be a bull market with a A, B, C shape, and we may be over with this B correction, but I don't think we will have a bullish breakout right away here. I think we will continue a bit more sideways in this range before we get the breakout in the winter sometime. We had a 2-month correction, well actually a 3-month correction down just a bit below the 200-day moving average, and that is a bullish correction. That's where you want to enter your long positions in the bull market if you get the correction down to the 200-day moving average. So we are, very oversold, and we should be bullish for quite a while now. Here's my green average of these 2-month corrections, but actually we followed this analog from 1999 pretty well. It was a 3-month correction, and it projects a bullish future. So looking at my wavelets, S&P daily data, well, everything looks fine here. It looks bullish. We have these wavelets topping out here, but that's not relevant at the current point. We don't have to care about that. This yellow wavelet is going down. I think it will soon turn up again. I'll come back to the very short-term outlook. Well, no, just wait a little bit. Regarding cycles, I think this is the most dominant one. It's about a 10-week cycle, or I should call it an oscillation. I'm finding it most easy to find this oscillation or cycle in the VIX. So the VIX wavelet in red is going down and no sign of making a low, so VIX should continue to be low. And if I invert this VIX wavelet and compare with the S&P, we should see, well, it shows there's more upside ahead for the S&P. So we made a low, when was it? Late October, a 10-week cycle. That's 2.5 months. So the next low should be in January. We should also remember the quarterly cycle or the seasonal variation. That one has typically a low mid-December, and then we kick off the New Year rally or Christmas rally. So some possible lows to look out for mid-December and in January. Those, and after that we should have some kind of a bullish breakout. So first more upside, then look for lows both in December and January, and then we should have a bullish breakout. What's next? Short term. So here I have shown the 2-week oscillation, and actually this scenario I didn't show that in the previous video. I know this is very primitive. When I was a trader, I was much more, well, I don't know how to put it, more scientific about this. But now I have this scenario. Typically, I have them. I use these primitive shapes and scenarios. This in this rally phase, this is a typical scenario. The length here, typically, I don't know, 5-6 days, and then sideways, and then we kick off the next move. So, well, this is Dow Jones Industrial hourly data. Forgot to mention that. So we see we made a low here yesterday, spot on where the 2-week oscillation ended, and now we have kicked off the next one. And what do I expect from here? Well, a general scenario would be something like this. Don't look at the price levels, and this could be a higher low, and this could be more bearish or much more bullish. But generally, for the next 2 weeks, I'm looking for 2 oscillations, and we will get some kind of a B, C move, and we have this trend line, and I think it will be broken, and bears will be bearish, but they will fail. It will turn out to be nothing really bearish, and then we have another pop-up. So that's my general outlook. And looking at where is it? My 4-week cycle. Well, I guess I'm kind of keeping my green scenario here. Looking at the 4-week cycle in black, it shifted back here by 4 or 5 days. So the blue here is the old cycle, and the black is the new one. And actually, I don't know if the new cycle looks exactly like this. I need more data to calculate it. So right now I'm just using the old cycle, and I have shifted it. But the new cycle may be different, and we don't know that until I have more data. So assuming the old cycle is still working, just shifted by some couple of days, we see we have a top around late in the coming week, and then it's rather bearish into, let's look for a date here, well, late November. And then we have the next pop-up topping, oh come on, early December, and then we should look for the low mid-December sometime, and then a New Year rally, and also look out for a low in January, and then we should have some kind of a bullish breakout, I think. So we'll see how this plays out. My scenarios may change if market does something more bearish or bullish than expected, but at the moment we are very oversold after a 3-month correction, so nothing bearish should happen here short term. Just question is how bullish. Will we reach the previous top quickly, or will it be a long struggle to get up there? Yeah, okay, see you in the next one.